What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode. Video right here is custom skiff build. Well, you can see right here in the background, I have my boat, John boat slash skiff that I turned it into. I'm gonna give you the pros and cons of building one like this. So right off the back, this boat right here is 14 foot by 52 inch wide at the bottom base. Now you can see I got the casting platform. The casting platform is 6 feet tall from the deck. 6 feet tall from the deck. That's the first thing that we're gonna talk about, is the casting platform. I got the casting platform right even with the console of the boat. Now, if you step back and you look at the boat, let's divide the boat into 4 pieces. You got 1/4, you got halfway, you got another quarter, then you got the front, the last quarter of the boat. Well, if you're gonna be putting a casting platform, I messed up and I wanted the casting platform from the middle point going to the front. My opinion, if you're gonna be building one like this, I would go from the middle going to the front. And the reason being is because when the boat is in the water, when the boat's in the water, you want the boat to be even, level in the water. Same draft on the bow, same draft on the stern. Don't know how to determine to get the boat draft even. What you can do is you could go ahead, take your boat, go put it in the water, get one of your buddies to come with you, and you stand up in the back and you tell them, hey, look at my draft, let me know how much the boat is sitting in the water. Then you go to the front and you let the person tell you until it's pretty much even going all the way across. Now you want to make sure you got full of fuel, you got your batteries, you got everything that you normally take out when you do something like that, so you know exactly the draft mark. Did I do that? No, I didn't. I just kind of winged it and it didn't come out so great. Now it does look awesome, it does work. The next thing about the casting platform, you can see my ladder is pretty much straight going up, straight going up. So if you build one, I recommend to take the ladder part and go at a slight angle, maybe a 10-degree angle, something like that, so it's easier to go up the ladder and go down the ladder, just like one of the house ladders that you get that opens up and closes. If you build one, I see a lot of people go with round tubing. I went with square tubing. The reason being I went with square tubing is, yes, it might weigh a little bit more, but the strength is like 10 times more stronger than just round tubing. Square tubing, 10 times better than round tubing, just to let you know. The trolling motor I have on the bow, the trolling motor I have on the bow, pretty much is just a standard little plate. But if you make one, I highly recommend to make one. Don't go flush with the deck. Don't go flush with the deck. And the reason being that I say don't go flush with the deck is because when you mount it right here, you don't have that much room. Now eventually what I'm gonna do with my wire, I'm gonna drill a hole here, go straight through the deck, so my wire goes straight through, besides just running all the way back here. I fish by myself and this is my wife's boat. A lot of times me and my wife fish. So the plus side to having this casting platform from the middle going to the back is when she's gonna be on the front fishing and I'm gonna be on the casting platform, the boat's gonna level out a whole lot better. I have my box right here. And you can see I got my 2 batteries right here. My 2 batteries right in the middle. Reason I got my 2 batteries right in the middle, I know those are going to be heavy. They're gonna have a lot of weight. By putting the batteries directly in the middle of the boat, the boat, when it sits in the water, it won't sit it won't sit port to starboard. It's gonna sit more even, and it's gonna drive a whole lot better steering wise. I got my rod holders on the side. I don't like the rods being straight up in the air. The reason being is while you're traveling, stuff like that, you know, flexing back. I highly recommend, if you could get away from going with one of those throttles and put the throttles on the side, it's gonna save you a lot of money. Those throttles like that cost a lot more versus the regular conventional ones. And the reason I had to go like that is because I put my casting platform like that. Casting platform, you could take it on and off. I have bolts that go through, and I have pins, and I have a turnbuckle that just holds it down. Now, if I would do it to the front of the boat, I would do the same thing. Make it so it come on and off, on and off. I did the deck. I did a solid aluminum deck. I got away with plywood. Plywood is just, I highly recommend if you can get away with plywood, get away with plywood and go with aluminum. Now my wires right here, I got my wires ran. I just put a PVC pipe right here to run through just to give my wires protection from the aluminum, from rubbing, stuff like that. Paint that we painted this with is actually it's not marine paint, it's not anything like that. It's actually industrial paint. This is the paint that they use in the oil field industry, and the reason I refer to using this paint is because, one, if you don't know nothing about the oil field, those guys that work out there, they are super rough with equipment. So if the paint holds up for them, I knew the paint was going to hold up on the boat, and the paint does hold up on the boat. It's 10 times cheaper going with this type of paint than going with another type of paint. This is sprayed on, and it has a clear coat on it. It's an industrial clear coat. So before I get on the water, I'm just gonna let you know the draft on this boat is roughly somewhere around 4 inches. When I add another person, it adds 2 more inches, so 6 inches. 6-inch draft is where I'm looking at. Pretty much you can see like right here, this is the draft whenever it's me by myself and I'm riding it, so you can see where the draft is at. And the reason that it tapers that way is because this console, this right here, if I would have this casting platform more forward, that line would ride more straight. You want your line to ride more straight, more even a little bit. So this is pretty much it. Now I will be doing some more upgrades, and I have some other boats that I'm building. So if you have any questions, anything like that, go ahead, feel free, ask away in the comments. Hopefully this video helps you out on building your boat, man. You know, I know it looks nice, but it's a work in progress. I'm ready to go fishing.